Hello, everyone. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you're viewing this. I'm Fiona Marie Alabiano from BSed English 2A, and this is my report for the lesson 3 in EM8. So, as the video progresses, you might notice I keep on looking on this side. That is because that is the view of the PowerPoint presentation. I don't have Código whatsoever to prove that I have really mastered my topic. Because anyway, it is a very easy topic which I believe every one of us has prior knowledge about. So let's begin the topic with, oh, by the way, my topic is regarding the transition and cohesive devices or words. First one, we have the addition. It is used when adding more information or continuing an idea. Examples include also, moreover, furthermore, in addition. For example, I enjoy reading novels. Moreover, I love writing poetry. So it is obviously adding more information, and this information still connects to the topic of the prior information that you have given. Next is the contrast. It is used to show difference or opposing ideas. So I believe that many people confuse the difference between comparison and contrast. So the difference between the two is when you say comparison, it is you are looking at the things that they have similarity about, while contrast, it is about what they have differently from one another. So examples include however, on the other hand, in contrast, or nevertheless. For example, she worked hard, however, she didn't get the job. So as you can see, it shows the opposite outcome of what is expected to happen. Like, she worked hard. So obviously, if you say a person works hard, you would expect them to be successful in whatever endeavor they are encountering. However, in the situation, she didn't get the job. It shows the contrast. And then third, we have comparison. It is used to show similarity. As what I've mentioned earlier, comparison is used to show what two things have in common between two ideas. Examples include similarly, likewise, in the same way, and just as. For example, my brother loves coffee. Similarly, I can't start my day without it. So she is basically comparing how this person and her brother is the same about the love they have for caffeine. Fourth, we have the cause and effect. It is used to show a reason, result, or consequences. Examples include therefore, thus, consequently, or as a result. For example, we have it rained heavily. As a result, classes were suspended. So it basically shows how a certain outcome is caused by another certain situation. So in the scenario, because the rain was pouring heavily, classes were canceled to prioritize the safety of the student body. And then next we have time or sequence. It is used to show order or when something happens. Examples: first, next, then, afterwards, or meanwhile. So this type of transition or cohesive device, in the types of paragraph development, this falls under a process. When we say process, obviously it is about the method that is taken to perform something. So when we talk about process, of course, we would say first we prepare this and that, second we do this and that, and then finally, so on and so forth. So example here is first wash your hands, then prepare the ingredients. So that indeed shows sequence, the chronological order in performing something. And then sixth, we have the emphasis. it is used to highlight or stress an important point. So, as the title conveys, it is used to emphasize. Emphasis, the root word being emphasize. Examples include indeed, in fact, of course, most importantly, or above all. For example, she is, in fact, one of the best students in our class. So it is basically like affirming what you are saying. It is basically making a certain claim stronger by agreeing to it. Another example I have in mind would be when you say, home is indeed where the heart is. And then finally, for my part, we have the example or illustration. It is used to give examples or explain an idea more clearly. Examples include, for example, for instance, such as, namely, and to illustrate. For example, some animals, for example, dogs and cats are common pets. So you basically just add an example after introducing a certain situation. In this case, she is introducing animals and then uses the dogs and cats as an example as to what she is referring to. So that concludes my part, and the 8 to 14 types of transitions and cursive devices or word is going to be tackled by my co-reporter, which is Marshall Allo. So Marshall, you now have the floor to do your thing. Thank you.